Back to our guest now, Joshua Nichols, the founder of Platinum Electrical Contractors. Josh, what I want to talk about now is as the business grew, you had more issues to deal with, just in general, with the business becoming so large, and you were gaining more and more employees and then delegating responsibilities. How did you step back from the day-to-day running of the business? Because from my understanding, you're very hands-on, you like to be involved in everything, but at a point you've got to pull back. So how did you pull back and how did you find that?
Yeah, well, for me, I think I found it pretty natural. I do like to have control. I do like to make sure that things are done right. But from an early age, I think my parents will probably back this up from, probably age 10 at school, that I used to struggle at school a little bit. So I used to talk other people into doing my schoolwork and my homework for me. And I think from a young age, I learned to delegate. Yeah. So when the pressure was on, it was quite easy for me to step in and say, all right, you need to handle this, you need to handle that. Now, I still kept a close eye on them, but it was really easy for me to delegate and throw it out there.
What would you say to other business owners out there that like to be in control of everything that they do, that they don't like to pass on and delegate because they feel like, hey, if it's got to be done properly, I'm the only one that can do it? What would you say to them?
I would say to them that they have to get over that for the success of their business. Their leadership's got to rise up to support that. Otherwise, they're really going to struggle. They're going to stay at that one-man show. And a lot of the time, it might be just putting an apprentice on where it's not such a big thing, but it can help them learn in delegating and giving tasks at a smaller scale, because it just doesn't all happen overnight. But if they step out there, they'll probably find that why didn't they do it years ago?
We hear so much about the skills shortage on this program, and especially in the trades area where you're involved in. Has the skills shortage impacted your business?
Not massively. We've got a couple of strategies on this one. Where the business is at now, we're lucky where we attract people to the business, so we don't have to sort of go searching. There's always resumes on file. But secondly, we've got a secret strategy in place at the moment where we're employing roughly about 3 apprentices every year. Right. Through the growth of the business. Now, all these apprentices are coming out of their time every year now, so we're sort of growing our own tradesmen. It's about 3 tradesmen every year. We're growing our own, so we don't really have to hire. If anyone sort of decides to move for any reason or leave the company for any reason, there's always up-and-coming young guns ready to fill the spot.
So you're bringing them in through the company, but how do you retain them? How do you make sure they don't get trained up at your business and move on somewhere else and start their own business? Sort of thing?
Yeah, I think that's just something that it comes down to when you recruit, is recruiting the right people. We always recruit attitude over skill, because I can train the skills overnight, but attitude I can never. And we do lots of little things. Christmas parties is a big thing at Platinum Electrical. I think the year before last, for our 5th year anniversary, flew all the guys to South Stradbroke Island and had a big do up there. And we really make it a family event, so to speak. We really inbuilt that culture. We have barbecue days where we knock all the guys off half a day to get together, because they don't see each other a lot of the time because they're always out on the road. We've got pool tables and table tennis back at work. So we just really create a fun culture.
You also spent a bit of money building the brand, from my understanding, at the very beginning also. How important is it to lash out on the brand? What kind of strategies do you use for marketing and advertising? And I'm also curious to understand where the name Platinum Electrical comes from. Okay. So why did you decide on that?
Yep. Okay, the name Platinum Electrical, that's a funny one. I was at my mum and dad's, and a name is one of the hardest things, because that sort of sets the foundation of where you're going to go. And my mum and dad got a Citibank Platinum Visa card in the post, or an application, and it had Platinum credit card across the top of it, and I just liked how the platinum rung and how in the fancy silver writing, and it just stuck with me. I went, Platinum Electrical, that's what it is. So I knew it straight away. So yeah.
And in terms of and spending money building that brand, so
yes. Building the brand, we just made sure that whatever we did with the brand, it was of high quality, and really we always try to put ourselves out there in a good position, branded ourselves well. We tried to minimise the cost on branding and leverage through different award programs and things like that we did, different media outlets and things like that.
And in terms of advertising, do you advertise locally? Do you use TV, radio? What sort of thing?
We mainly use direct mail is something that we do. The other main thing is obviously our referrals is the biggest part of our business. And entering into different award programs, because then they take us to radio, they take us to TV, they take us all over the internet. So,
what about competition? There's lots of electricians out there, electrical type businesses. What makes you different? What's your sustainable competitive advantage?
Yeah, our competitive advantage is we do the little things right. We train into the guys a spirit of excellence in everything that we do. So we have little things in the company, and again, it sounds little, but all these things multiplied make it into what we are today. But we have like doormats that we put out in a customer's house that has our branding on it again that says notice the difference, where our guys rub their feet before they walk in, and then when they get in the house they've got boot protectors that go over their boots. We've just got lots of different little tricks like that. Our customers can log in online and book jobs online and book quotes online, so everything's interactive, which is probably different to most trade businesses out there. They can be in the middle of the night, they can think, oh, I forgot to book the electrician, and jump in online and book it live for the next day. So
that's a good point, because my next question is how you use innovation to make sure that you stay ahead of the competition. So you obviously use the internet as one major factor.
Definitely. All our systems are web-based. It's sort of funny, when I first started the business, I got a computer in my bedroom, and I was sort of that last year at school that missed computers. But I bought a computer because I knew that you needed one, and then my wife showed me how to put it together and start using it. But now it's my favourite thing in the business, which is technology. I'm the one that's always prodding around in the IT box or thinking of new things or researching on the internet, but technology is our biggest thing. All our systems are web-based. We can see where all our vans are all across Sydney on screen. We've got digital pens where our job sheets come live back to the office so we can invoice daily, and just everything's web-based. So that basically the place can burn down tomorrow and I find an internet connection the next day and I'm away.
Okay. As part of growing the business, you've also decided to franchise.
Yes.
At what point did you decide to franchise?
Probably about 12, 18 months ago, somewhere there. It just got to the stage where I thought there's got to be a smarter way to grow, a quicker way to grow. I'm running out of time. As I said, I'm 29 now. So I didn't want to spend another 6 years and grow in Queensland, then another 6 years and grow in Melbourne. So the fastest way for me to grow from here onwards was to franchise the brand out.
Well, we'll bring up the address of your website for those people interested in becoming a franchisee. But what are the benefits for them? What will they need to outlay to become involved?
Yep.
But what can they expect in return in terms of money returned back to them?
Okay. Basically what we give them is all the branding. We give them all the support. We give them all the systems, procedures. We train them how to grow their business, how to market their business. We give them all our web-based software. We give them an intranet where they can talk to all the other franchisees online. We really just support them, and my aim is to grow them so they can grow their business to, say, 3 or 4 vans, with them out of the van managing their business and off the tools, and then train them in business to then grow to my level if they want to take it that far.
So the initial outlay in terms of costs?
Yeah, the initial outlay, there's a $20,000 establishment fee, and then depending on what stuff they have in stock or anything like that, then it ranges from there. But if they like, they can go on the website and have a look, click on the franchising tab, and then there's an expression of interest form which has all the questions and advantages and things like that.
You mentioned it a couple of times also about getting the business name out there and entering awards. You won a number of awards, and one of the latest ones was a category winner, a national category winner at the Telstra Business Awards last year. What does winning an award like this what did it do to your business?
Yep.
And how could you see it helping other businesses as well for those interested in entering an award like this?
Well, as I said earlier, it's been a big strategy for us is to enter into these award programs. The Telstra one that we just won is by far our best one, our biggest achievement, winning the national category. I think it was out of 4,000 businesses, a Sparky company won it. So it was fantastic for us, and Telstra did it really well. But I highly recommend for people to enter into the Telstra Awards. It's the momentum it can give your business, the recognition it gives to your staff and yourself as the business owner. It's just highly, highly recommended. And then that leverages you into all different media platforms on radio and TV and newspapers, and it just really gets you out there, and it's free.
Okay. And we like that word. And just very, very quickly, where to now for Platinum Electrical?
Main focus now is we're going franchising. That's our biggest thing. Our vision for the next 5 years is to have 150 vans on the road with 50 franchisees. That's our main vision.
Give us an idea of what turnover looked like in your first year, and what does it look like now?
I think in our first year it was about 200,000, somewhere there, and now we're sort of heading over the 3 million mark. So
well done.
So it's over 1,000% growth.
Very quickly, we'll do the in-business top 10. Yep. First of all, what was your first job?
My apprenticeship, my one and only job.
Your worst job?
Don't have one because it was a good job.
Okay. In the current business, what's the biggest challenge you faced?
Cash flow.
Biggest mistake you've made?
Putting all my eggs in one basket as far as customers, too many.
Biggest success?
2007 Telstra Business Awards.
Greatest competitor?
The young guns that are coming in under me with this new technology.
Greatest role model?
God.
If you weren't doing this, what would you be doing?
Don't know. Surfing every day.
What's your business mantra?
Do the little things right and do it with a spirit of excellence and surround yourself with good advice.
And your greatest business tip?
Surround yourself with good advice, for sure.
Joshua Nichols, Platinum Electrical Contractors. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'm Richard Goncalves. I'll see you next time.